Hey guys, just wanted to do my reaction video for Supergirl Season 3, Episode 8, but it's basically part 1 of the Crisis on Earth X major crossover event, something I've been looking forward to for weeks now. I'm super excited about it. It looks like, from the trailers I reviewed, it looks like it's going to be epic. It's going to definitely be better than the Dominators crossover and Justice League. Not that that last one set a really high bar, but you know, this is something CW totally excels at, has been excelling at, especially for the last couple of years with with these team up episodes. And it's so great to see all these heroes interact, and because they do it so it's so they don't do it so often that it's just like having them do it again annually, this one big crossover every year, is just so exciting, and it's just enthralling for fans, enthralling for me. And even though some of them are not given away on social media sites and press junkets, I feel like I hope it'll still have like an element of surprise to it that will still be able to keep under wraps. And I'm just gonna start watching it right now.
Hey Doc, you really think you can make that thing work?
We need to make it work if we're ever gonna bring hope back to this darkened world.
Oh boy.
You're the best they could send?
Funny. I was gonna say the same thing.
Jimmy!
Fighting it right now.
No, it's about our wedding.
This is not the best time. Right now. I don't care if they're busy, you make it happen. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to afford a phone.
I'm scrambling a strike team.
There's no time.
So last year.
Utilization of the Firestorm Matrix. We trick it. Quark spheres. They'll convince the Matrix that our genetic codes are connected, when in actuality, they're not. That's genius.
And you're sure this will work? No powers for either of us?
Guaranteed to put out the fire in Firestorm.
One of you takes it?
Boom. You're back to your old selves.
No offense. Just to be safe, I'd like to have Gideon run some tests, calculate dosage. We could take this directly after the ceremony. I can't wait to tell Clarissa and Lily Dunn finally coming home. This is fantastic news, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. It's everything we wanted, so thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Big buffet for an open bar. Say, didn't I try and kidnap you once?
Yes, and I wouldn't try that again. What didn't happen? The end of the world?
Faced it 3 times.
Time travel?
I've been there a lot.
He's married to someone else?
Oh. That's... I got nothing for that, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's my own fault. I keep forgetting that my life should only be about Supergirl, but then, you know, life keeps finding a way to remind me.
I finally got Oliver to admit it's okay to have love in his life. Now I gotta convince you to.
Barry, it's different for you guys. You're human.
And you're what? Other than an alien. I mean, you know.
Alone.
Got it down there. Oh, well, that happened sooner than I expected. Wow.
Next day.
Did I have some of Cisco's 10,000 proof cocktail that he gives to Barry so that he can get drunk, or are you asking me to marry you?
What if I was?
Would...
That was silly. I am. I mean, I don't want to get down on a knee and make it overly formal because I'm a little bit sore from handling those ninjas, right. But actually physically incapable of talking about anything else right now.
We don't need a piece of paper to to show each other that we love each other.
I totally agree with that. This has nothing to do with any types of pieces of paper. This has to do with you and me taking the opportunity to get up in front of the people that we love, to have the people who love us present and make a commitment to one another.
Yeah, and the commitment part is great. I'm so down for the commitment part. Super on it with that, but not the legal part.
I'm still not understanding.
Just forget about it. No.
Felicity.
Oliver, I don't want to marry you.
That's a special kind of awkward.
Jeez, why didn't you come back to Joe's? I was out. Out doing what? Jogging. Okay. Fully closed.
Hey, Cara. Alex.
Yeah, that's
Sarah.
Okay.
Yeah, Sarah.
I knew that. That's so funny. How are you? It's lovely day, isn't it? It's such a perfect day for a wedding. How are you doing?
I'm good. A little hungover, but I'll survive. How are you? How's your butt? Well, I heard you fall out of bed this morning, and it sounded like it hurt.
Yeah, a little.
All right, I will catch you guys inside.
Excited to be here.
Oh.
I mean, at a wedding, any wedding, it just so happens to be your wedding.
You love weddings.
I really do.
That's cool.
Actually. And I don't know, I just feel like this is gonna be one for the ages. I'm really happy I got to see it.
Have we met?
No, I'm a complete and total stranger. Good luck up there. Just remember to say I do.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
If that's not a hint that if that's not supposed to be Don Allen, Barry's kid, she's definitely from the future.
Be married. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Shit. Prometheus.
Peace is overrated.
Where does she get these outfits?
That's what I'm talking about. Two funerals.
Man. That is so freaking cool. Damn. And of course he's gonna knock the mask off and maybe not.
What did you do? You were supposed to wait until we were ready before you attacked.
Opportunity knocked in the form of a wedding. We answered.
Opportunity knocked. And you answered. Well, now, because of your recklessness, we have lost Prometheus.
Boys, don't fight. You need to...
We will have another chance to achieve victory. And when we do, we will kill every last one of them.
Damn. Yeah, that was a lot crazier than I anticipated. I like the opening too. Just how they established that just because like Supergirl, like her episode, it was supposed to be like a mid-season finale, and like none of the shows premiered on the same week last year. That's like they had to do like their mid-season finale and wrap stuff up, and so it was only like technically more of like a 3-part crossover. And then the Supergirl episode, you can watch it, but you won't be lost if you didn't see that one for Invasion anyway. This one, now we have a nice opening where you go to Central City, and I never thought, wow, a cameo from King Shark, like Barry fighting King Shark. I don't even know how he got out or why, but I was just not anticipating that. I loved it. Then of course you have like the I like the part about the legends, especially they have like the text to match like the title, the text on the title cards for the respective shows, or at least some of them, at least like the Star City and when the legends were in England during medieval 1183. And clearly we didn't have like all the actors involved, but it's like primarily we had we had the only Supergirl cast members we had were Melissa Benoist and Kyler Lee. Actually, no, we had like I was surprised how they were able to get like the whole cast of Supergirl in the episode. I mean, obviously they didn't have active roles; they were just cameos. But I think they were able to get everybody in. And this is probably the only time I've ever been happy to see Jimmy Olsen as Guardian, because, of course, on this like Nazi-ruled Earth, it would make far more sense for him to be working as a superhero / vigilante than on Earth 38, where it just felt kind of forced. Now it just seemed like the circumstances there obviously would, of course, he would be, Guardian on that Earth. It would have been nice to see him, maybe in like part 3 of this crossover or something, have like a more active role. But, the cameo was nice. It was nice that they got to work in the whole cast anyway, and we still got, I get that both, Kara and Alex were still reeling from their respective breakups, and it's funny how much like Sarah is just such like a horn dog that she just had no she had this like look on her face that just seems like she immediately just been intrigued as soon as she realizes like, oh, Alex is gay, and it's like, we're hooking up. And there was it was kind of a bit of a slow burn, and I wish I could included more of the fight with Barry catching the bullets, Barry and Wally, how they could catch the bullets, and even Wally throwing some back at the Nazis, and more of the Supergirl fight, but copyright issues, and Mick having like an incident, the nice callback from Mick about kidnapping Caitlin in season 1 and only being attracted to her when she became Killer Frost, and her having this like ice like sword, for lack of better terms, and just like forming it around, just knocking around Nazis was awesome. And of course, like I said, the stuff about Eobard Thawne, or like some version of Eobard Thawne, I guess the Earth X version of Eobard Thawne, working with what they're calling Dark Arrow and Overgirl. And I mean, of course, it didn't explain how they were able to breach I guess that scientist somehow was able to open a breach from Earth X to Earth 1, and he just thought, oh, let's attack them at the wedding. That's where they'd be at their most vulnerable. And, it's interesting that, we're in this dilemma when, the reality of Firestorm separating is really starting to hit Jax to the point where now he's not even so thrilled about it. And even though, back in, even though like 307 of Legends, he was saying like, I gotta learn to be here on my own. He's still, you can tell he's still, I guess, has separation anxiety, for lack of better terms. And like, I never got why would you leave the wave? And I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense that Zari not show up at the wedding because like she doesn't really know them. But it's weird that Ray was missing. But I guess budgetary issues, and I don't get like why. I guess I can understand why they didn't get Matt Lesher back to play Earth X Reverse Flash, just because it would make. I guess it's because, like, one, they probably, considering I didn't realize how much special effects were going to go into this crossover, they probably couldn't afford that one more paycheck for the actor, and also, I think it probably gives Tom Cavanaugh something to do besides just be like a background character for this, since there's like so many characters. And I'm surprised that we didn't get to see the Ray. I would have thought like he would have shown up, but I guess he'll be in like the back half of the crossover. But because I figured like, oh, he'd probably just be traveling to Earth 1 after the Nazi attack and try to be of assist, give some intel because he followed them there. But I guess like all of the Earth X heroes are just going to still be in Earth X, and I guess they're just not. I don't know if they're. I guess that's the only time we're going to see them interacting with any of the other characters. So, but yeah, this is a great start to it. And, you know, this whole evil heroes working for the Nazis, and this, this kind of like this world being like so dark and this not obviously dark in this Nazi like world. It's just like it brings like a darker tone to it, and just feels like it already has like a lighter. This is what I feel like the DCEU doesn't get about doing their superhero team ups, or like some of their movies, or at least the Zack Snyder movies, where it's just like he's great with like visuals and like fan service and everything like that. But I think it was pointed out by a critic. I think it was like Movie Bob. Where he says that, if it's not grounded in any like solid storytelling or characters that you care about, that we spent a lot of time with, then all this like ridiculousness, like it just feels like it's satisfying on a visceral level of anything else, but just ultimately just kind of feels like it's just becomes style over substance. And I don't know, like this is the thing about it. It's like it has like a balance of, I feel like it's going to have a balance of lightness and light and darkness. It's going to have it shows that we spend time with these characters, like all the other stuff I mentioned, like why I feel like this is going to work, and it's so far working, as opposed to how movies like BVS and Justice League. So. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go watch the second part of the crossover. I'll provide a link at the end of the video. But what do you guys think of this episode? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. What was your favorite part? If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.